Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Ty interpreting weather back with the official Winter Storm Garrett snow forecast. Yes, I am going to do an official forecast on the storm. I am a little bit late. I am sorry if this video doesn't publish, but it should be there for you by the morning if you haven't watched this already. But there have been a lot of school closures already due to the amount of snow you will be expecting. So actually, let's get right started in today's video. Alright, so we are now here with the GFS model. We do have a low pressure system over here. It's already bringing a lot of snow to the mid-Atlantic and the Ohio Valley. It does move upshore. It does bring some heavy swaths of snow to Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Also Maryland. And then we get some of that heavy snow there, heavy to moderate to heavy snow for Washington, D.C. Then we get the heavy snow moving right into New York City, and a lot of heavy snow there for most coastal regions of New England. It does go up right here and does hit Nova Scotia eventually. Some mixing problems could happen near the Cape, but that mostly goes right there and only affects mostly the coast, and the coast will probably get the most snow out of everybody. But look at this. 1,003 millibars. Once it gets up there, so that will be 982. So 990. So if it gets down, if this is true, it goes from 1,003 to 982 in less than 24 hours. We're talking about a bomb cyclone here. Yes, a bomb cyclone is a storm that drops in 24 millibars in 24 hours. That's literally a millibar per hour, which means it has to be rapidly strengthening to be a bomb cyclone. And it seems to be pretty likely at this point right now. I believe that it does have some sort of track like this. I don't think it does have a track like this anymore, actually. I'm just going to erase it for now. I believe the track is a little bit more north than we anticipated, so there's going to be more snow for the north, actually, in fact. So, I said in yesterday's video, the storm was probably going to go some track such like this and curve inward over here. But it looks like this storm, instead of going up there, this storm went from here and it jumped up here, and now it's affecting most of these states. It somehow went like this up here, not what we anticipated, and it's going to go out like this in some sort of this pattern, and now it's going to go like that. So it is a little bit north than we expected, but that is expected as we track these storms. Changes can happen. The shift in north or south, east and west of this track. This storm has moved north and also more west, so a lot more heavy snow for the northeast. That's why they increase most of the snowfall totals today. So that will be it for the GFS. I am only going to do 3 models today. I'm going to do the European and NAM model next, because those are pretty reliable. I'm going to skip every other model. I'm trying to get to my official snowfall forecast. If that's okay, it should be enough information for you. So let's move into our next model, the European. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the European model. It has the same exact setup as the GFS model. There is some snow moving into Kentucky, West Virginia, and parts of Pennsylvania too. This does move up the coast, bringing a lot of heavy snow to near Washington, D.C., actually. And a huge band of snow raining all the way from western Massachusetts all the way down to southwestern Pennsylvania for that light snow. We do get some of that lake effect snow right there. But look at this. This already gets off the coast. It does see more mixing issues in the snow, but actually, with this mixing here, for a little bit inland in the coast, not the beaches, but like a little bit inland near the coast, we do have a lot of heavy snow here, especially right here, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and also parts of Massachusetts, all seeing heavy snow by that time. And also, the European model also makes it bomb out right here, just as it's exiting the coast right here, and affects mostly Nova Scotia, Canada. Well, Nova Scotia is part of Canada, but most of Nova Scotia, parts of northern Canada, right here, this southern tip of Canada, before it borders next to Maine, right here. So that then exits off. So I believe the European model does make it stick here a little bit longer, but especially all this heavy snow right here. If you're in these places during this time, this is around 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning in Eastern time. You are looking at extremely heavy snow if you are here, and probably some mixing issues down in the Cape. So, but that is pretty much almost whiteout conditions, pretty much. And as this storm continues forward, it's gonna bring down a lot of cold air behind it, all over here, all this cold air down here going right down. But also the winds. I want to talk about the winds. This storm, as it goes forward and probably becomes a bomb cyclone, it brings down a lot of northwestern air down in here, which intensifies the storm. You may be looking at really strong winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour. In order for it to be a blizzard, I think it needs more than 35 miles an hour to be a blizzard. So we're actually not that far from it. It may have the potential in some places to have blizzard conditions. Not this storm is probably most likely not going to be a blizzard, but you will see some parts in some isolated areas to have blizzard conditions. So that is something to look forward to. Now switching over to the NAM. All right, here we go. We are now here with the NAM model. We have the same exact setup as the GFS and the European. Snow for the Kentucky, Ohio Valley, pretty much, West Virginia, Appalachian Mountains. That quickly moves through. It brings some snowfall there, not heavy snow to Washington, D.C., just outside of it. But it does do a lot of the coastal regions right here. And we do have some mixing issues here. There might be some mixing issues for Boston, too. Mostly the Cape Cod Islands, but as a storm progresses forward, it brings a huge swath of cold air and intense winds to the areas where you can see very heavy snow down here in New York City, Connecticut, anywhere that is a coastal region, you are experiencing very heavy snow. This eventually bombs out right here. Not really bombs out. It's not a bomb cyclone, but it does bring major snow anywhere that you see land. You might have snow except for I believe that's Nantucket and the Cape Cod. Yeah. So that is going to be this storm right here as it really affects the coast. And it does stay for a little while other than your own GFS. It does stay for a longer period of time, but then it later just goes right out. So I believe the NAM says that it will be less intense in snowfall, but a longer time, a longer period of snow. Like, just look at this. It's just kind of unbelievable seeing all of the snow right here. All this heavy snow. And the rain and snow line is getting very, very close inland. It's going to be mostly snow, but we could see some mixing issues. But I don't think it's going to be much a problem. This storm is going to dump snow near the coast. So after that, I'm not going to look at the snowfall totals for any of the models. I'm just going to jump right in to my forecast. All right, everyone, this is my snowfall forecast for the Northeast, actually. I'm not making a forecast for the south of the Ohio Valley and also the Mid-Atlantic because you guys are already receiving snow, so it's kind of too late to do a forecast on that right now. But here we go. Here is the snowfall forecast for the Northeast. If you are in northern New York, New Hampshire, or Vermont, you're only going to see coating to an inch. In these regions over here, you might receive an inch or two, actually. Over here, a little bit closer to the coast, around 2 to 4 inches. Basically, interior regions. I think New York City is also in the 2 to 4 inches range. And also Pennsylvania, 2 to 4 inches probably. And also, we do have 4 to 6 inches for these regions. Most of the coastal regions, actually. That includes Cape Cod. I did not cut Cape Cod off. The Cape Cod is just right there. It's included. Long Island, parts of New Jersey. And we have finally the 6 to 10 inch range. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 12 inches actually. 6 to 10 inch range in these isolated in these isolated spaces right here, they're pretty closed off. They're like circles. Not really circles, but in these ranges where these arrows are pointing at, you could receive 6 to 10 inches of snow probably. I wouldn't be surprised if you sometimes saw probably up to 12 actually. But other than that, that is it for this video. But before we do end this video, I really, really want to show you the weather fact of the day. Alright, everyone, this is your weather fact of the day. Snow falls at 1 to 6 feet per second. At least in the case of snowflakes with broad structures, which act as parachutes, snow falls in the form of pellet-like grapple travels to Earth at a much faster rate. Well, that's actually a true fact, actually. It doesn't accumulate in one place. It dumps snow. If it's something is very widespread, it can dump feet of snow a second. Because if you have a feet of snow and lay it across the whole entire state is not going to see anything. So that is just a fact of the day. That will be it for today's video, and this will be Ty Interpreting Weather out.